Oh, there's one. Oh man, what a good pull. What is it? They put up a lot of fight on a little spinning rod. Welcome back, everybody. Your Southwest Outdoors Report Out Night Fishing. On this week's episode, that's a white bass, it looks like. I don't know if you can see him down there or not. Or is that a little striper? Might be a little striper. I think that's exactly what it is. Well, man, it is great out here at night, especially when the wind dies down like it has tonight. It's nice and calm. Out here, you don't know what you're gonna catch. So let's let him go back and we'll talk about baits. And let me thread this little bait back on, and I'll tell you that typically at night I like to use a little bit larger bait than I would in the daytime. Why? It's the profile of the bait that the fish see. Now that is a little Bobby Garland slab slayer, and it's the larger size. It's a 3-inch size versus the 2-inch, the little smaller crappie bait. I like to go with a little bigger profile because the fish are down low. They're looking up at whatever available light there is. If it's the moon, if it's a dock light, whatever light is up there, they're seeing the silhouette of the bait. So go a little bit larger. You can use a little spoon, you can use a top water, you can use a plastic grub. This little Bobby Garland really does a good job, and it's got this Mo-Glow head on it, which actually glows in the dark. Throw up under those lights, and you never know what's gonna bite out here at night in the summertime. All right, let's check in right now with Cajun Phil and Kevin over in Louisiana.
Hi friends, Cajun Phil here with your Fox Louisiana Fishing Report. I want to start off with a little bass fishing report. You know what? Talked to several guys that were fishing down in the Atchafalaya Basin. The difference was they was using a fly rod. That's right, a fly rod. They were throwing little tex poppers. They told me that they were catching limits of big old goggle-eye, bluegill, and chickenfin. They were throwing a few bass. They threw in a few white perch. They said right now it's hot and heavy at the Atchafalaya Basin. But the big story seems to be, the big question everybody's wanting to know, what's going on with the saltwater scene? Kevin, bring us to date, buddy.
Yeah, that's right. I got here on Calcasieu Lake. I tell you what, we haven't had any oil spill problems over here in Southwest Louisiana. Our fishing is in the summertime pattern, and it is fantastic. Talked to Phil Bourgeois and Lafitte. He said they're opening up more estuary, more waterways for them to fish. He said the fishing's great over there too because they haven't been getting a lot of pressure.
Boy, that's good.
Down in Hopedale, Delacroix, lots of redfish still up in the shallow marshes. The oil hadn't got too far back in there to it. So I tell you what, friends, if you want to make a trip, Louisiana fishing is still great. Summertime pattern, Johnson spoon, saltwater assassin for the redfish, saltwater assassin soft plastics out here for the trout and other birds on Calcasieu Lake. Give us a call. We'll be glad to bring you out here on one of these great trips.
No matter, friends. Bass fishing, speckled trout, redfish, flounder, you want to come down to Louisiana, contact old Cajun Phil or Captain Kevin. We'll put you on them. Until next time, this is Cajun Phil
And Captain Kevin.
saying happy fishing, and may God bless, and we'll see you folks next week.
It's time for another edition of Barry's Real Fishing. Let's join Barry for some fantastic hybrid action.
On a previous adventure, we talked about how to catch those tricky, dastardly stripers, hybrids, and white bass when they're suspended between the top and the bottom. Here's what those fish look like on my Lowrance HDS-10 sonar unit. You can see the fish right here halfway. They can be very difficult to catch. On our previous segment, we talked about the top-down method, counting pulls and measuring them. On this segment, we talk about the bottom-up method, how to count it out. The first thing you do is push the button on your bait cast reel, drop that bait in the water, and let it free spool all the way to the bottom, no matter how deep of water you're in. Okay, it's on the bottom. Next, we count how many turns of the reel handle it takes to get the lure from the bottom to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24, 25, 26. 26 turns. And so simple math tells us that if we want to get the bait halfway between the top and the bottom, half of 26 is, ka-ching, correct, 13. 13 turns of this reel handle in this depth gets the bait halfway and right in front of hybrid striper's nose. Got him. Boy, he whopped it. Oh, good hit. Good pull. Oh, I got my drag set. Oh, big hybrid. Big hybrid. Look at this dude. Look at this. Yeah, oh man. Look at this. Oh man, look at that. That is a big hybrid. Turning that reel handle from the bottom, you dangle that little tail right in front of his nose like that, and a big, giant pig flops it. And so our lesson learned is whether you count pulls from the top down or reel cranks from the bottom up. If you'll get your bait right in front of a suspended fish's face, your chance of making him bite are much, much greater. Hey, have fun out there.
Stay with us. We'll be right back with the Strin Ask the Pro, featuring professional angler Jeff Crete. Plus, Barry has your Whataburger Big Catch of the Week. But first, here's a look at the current leaders in the CCA Star Tournament Scholarship Divisions. The competition offers over $1 million in prizes and runs through Labor Day, so there's still plenty of time to get involved. Visit their website for all the details.
The Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by your Texas Chevy dealers, is brought to you by Abu Garcia for life, by Navionics, we start where the road ends, by Whataburger, just like you like it, and by Mercury Outboards, #1 on the water. This is the Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by your Texas Chevy dealers.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for our Ask the Pro feature, brought to you by Strin, the standard of dependability. Our question this week is from Debbie in Oklahoma, who writes us, when I fish with crankbaits and spinnerbaits, what size and what kind of line is best? For the answer, let's ask 6-time Classic qualifier Jeff Crete of Oklahoma.
The color and the size of the crankbait a lot of times just depends on the size of the bait. So I want to look at the shad. You know, if they're small, little small thread fin shad, I'm going to throw a small crankbait. So you know, if you're fishing shallow with a crankbait, hey, I'll throw 20-pound test line sometimes around logs. If you're fishing out deep and you need to get that crankbait really, really deep, I'll go with the 10 or 12-pound test line. I throw fluorocarbon 99% of the time on my crankbaits.
Thank you, Jeff. If you have a question for one of the pros, just visit our website at southwestoutdoorsreport.com. Click on the Strin Ask the Pro link and send us your information. Now let's get you back to Barry for our Whataburger Big Catch of the Week.
There's one. All right, thanks very much, Heather. Still out here, oh, big old crappie. Man, I have found a big old school of crappie out here. And believe it or not, they're on the outside edge of the lights. Here's one last little tip for you. Don't immediately go right under the bright lights. Move out to the edge. A lot of times those fish will shy away from a real bright light and they'll move out. And you can actually see the outer ring of the light where it reaches its furthest distance. Fish that area. That's where these fish are right now. And I swear, we can't show you a fraction of the fish we've caught tonight. I'm catching one every time I drop that little crappie jig down there. We're gonna let him go back though. We could keep a nice mess tonight. All right, congratulations this week to our Big Catch of the Week winner. Helio Perez of Laredo, Texas caught a 38 1/2 inch redfish out of the famous redfish and speckled trout hole of the coast, Baffin Bay. If you'd like to enter our Big Catch of the Week contest, send us your photo. Go to our website at southwestoutdoorsreport.com. Sign up to become a member. It's free. You'll get access to the members only area of our website, including my weekly vlog and much more. Go right to the website, send us your big fish photo. Well, it's been a great night out here. It's still spitting rain. You see, I finally had to put my rain jacket on, but the fish are biting. They're going to do this all summer long, and they'll do it on your favorite lake. Go out under the moonlight, find those lighted boat docks, and have a great time. We'll see you next Thursday night in our regular time slot at 10:30. No conflicts, no ball games next week. And then Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. Until then, middle of the night, I'm Barry Stokes saying be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.